Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo, October 28, 2022. Going over financial records or budgets can be helpful today, with Mercury in harmony with Mars in your resources sector. You're more able than usual to arrive at a bottom line. Working independently today is probably best, largely because you're self-motivated. Communicating some of your plans can be quite successful, and you might work your way through complex problems or challenges quickly and orderly. Fortunately, your innovations are grounded in practical realities. You can be strongly motivated to put your thoughts into order today, and you want to be as effective and helpful or useful as possible in your communications. You might earn some respect for your intelligence or your ideas, particularly from those you work with, who might turn to you for advice. On the downside, you might feel a little pressured today to think fast and hard, or there can be so much to do that it's overwhelming. Do take the time to consider a problem, as you're now inclined to come at it from a new angle. Tons of action and adventure await you today. Our cosmic messenger planet, Mercury, will send a flirty text over to mighty Mars, the planet of sex and passion. You'll be fired up to flirt, socialize, and take the lead in some intellectual foreplay. If you are single, use this courage to ask someone new out for a date that will get your conversations going. If coupled up, play a bit of cat and mouse. Humor, foreplay, fun, and games are the key to connection now. Let yourself open up to others, socialize, and don't take yourself too seriously. What will you go after? It is imperative for you to chase after your means of security and comfort when Mercury in Libra trines Mars in Gemini. Think about what you want or need to feel self-assured in your workplace. Perhaps you should value your time, health, compensation, or schedule more during this airy trine. No matter what it is, you need to be self-assured with your non-negotiables at your job, especially when you try to work and coordinate with others. Do not be afraid to be assertive during this trine. Even before the moon returns to your financial sector today, there is a need to have your antennas up while moving into this with an open mind. With your subconscious able to download information faster than you can process it at the time, from the moment the moon returns for its last visit before the Sun and Venus return, there is a need to trust your gut without overthinking things. Creating a balance in your emotional life right now will be a priority. To help you do this, concentrate on what you eat. There must be a minimum of processed sugar in your diet if you are to feel your true emotions without the fluctuation caused by artificial preservatives. Try to eliminate one dietary habit that doesn't help your emotional balance. Soda pop is definitely one of those things. Candy, of course, is another. Notice the little things that damage your diet. At the center of today's vibrations there will be another one, or other ones to be more precise. You should go towards certain people in your private and professional. Today, you may have to solve a confusing situation, talk over a contract, or set up a group project. You will have to be a firm negotiator because others won't always agree with you. 2 days after an eclipsing new moon, the moon is finally wrapping up its only visit while the Sun and Venus are in your relationship sector. While Mercury, the planet of communication, won't return until the weekend, the moon's clash with Uranus in Taurus before leaving is the perfect chance to flush out any balance issues between your personal and relationship needs. This is something that an eclipsing full moon will bring to a head next month, with a chance to get things out in the open while giving Mercury something to work with from the start. 2 days after an eclipsing new moon in your relationship sector, the moon is only now wrapping up its most important visit this year. Having returned during the Sun and Venus, the planet of love's early days here, this has given the first planetary activity on the relationship front this year a boost while leaving you more emotionally engaged. Our eyes in the sky. There is a ton of sensitive energy floating around the skies today. Be extremely kind to yourself in general. Yesterday's conjunction between the Sun and Moon in watery Scorpio hasn't ended. In fact, it might be a good time to process a lot of things simultaneously. The moon is still in Scorpio. In general, You can see your life as like ocean waves washing you back to shore. Think of yourself floating out to sea. If you try to swim against the tide, you'll feel the most resistance. The key here is to surrender, let go, and see what comes up for you. For those dealing with tough psychological matters, it's important to schedule some kind of therapy session or make sure you block off certain portions of your day away from others if you can. For those who feel like they're continually rocked by the pressures of society, don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Everyone is feeling more sensitive than usual right now. If you're true to your heart, someone else could also feel inspired to be true to theirs as well. These are aspects of mutual receptivity, so you aren't just taking care of yourself, you're letting the universe know that you deserve to be taken care of too. In the morning, the moon opposes Uranus in Taurus, provoking emotional upsets. Surprise events derail the start of our day, forcing us to be flexible. However, with the moon in fixed Scorpio, that is the last thing we want to do. We might take the commotion personally as if we are being specifically attacked. The best course of action now is to adapt to the interruption without letting it knock us off balance. If we do, important insights will be revealed. If we don't, we will be fighting the universe when we could be learning from it. This is a wonderful feeling. As long as you keep yourself active, it can quickly turn gluttonous and lazy if you are not careful. Short, intense workouts are favored so that you can burn off the steam that naturally builds up throughout the day without excuses. Stay away from heavy foods like bread, dairy, and red meat. Enjoy fresh produce, soups, and legumes for energy that won't slow you down. Financial matters and career opportunities can come back around in your favor, because the solar energies encourage the settling of some karmic affairs. From your vantage point, there are plenty of planetary negotiations going on. Following this, the moon squares Saturn in Aquarius. Those with influence, such as family members or bosses, might stand at cross purposes with us now. We are commanded to follow orders or submit to their will. Because of the pressure to conform, or in reaction to strict discipline, we become reclusive. Avoid letting dark thoughts haunt your consciousness. And especially try not to blame others for your current mood. Don't make someone else a villain or turn yourself into a martyr.